All right, Group 823. Good job, guys. So this is kind of our action plan that we put together, and we decided to do it by month, and we also decided to go ahead and set a goal first off. And we decided that a realistic goal for us would be about 500,000 registered voters, and that was something that we really wanted to do. So of course we start up here in April, which would be right now. We'd want to get started right away. And we'd want to register as a nonpartisan voter registration group first off. And as soon as that would happen, we would set up field offices in every county. And we didn't want to get into too much details, but in each county we'd have a field manager, a volunteer manager, and of course volunteers for each county. The maps that we would be using for canvassing would be done and constructed, and our social media campaign would start in April as soon as possible. We'd also do our research on our voter registration toolkit, which would contain stuff like the number of registered voters that are in each county, in each district, in their neighborhoods, and where they live, and work with those people as well. And then moving on to May, the next month, we would go ahead and start a partnership with community colleges, high schools, and other institutions in Florida, including the instructors. We know that people that are 16 years of age can register to vote, even though they won't be able to vote until they're 18. So that's why we included high schools in that. Also, we would go to the campuses, and they would receive motivational speakers, and the volunteers would go and set up registration booths on campuses. And then moving on to June, we'd go ahead and set up free concerts across the counties, obviously, all kinds of activities and events, and really get engaged in the community. Let's see. Another idea that we had to help with registering voters would be to go to the citizenship ceremonies that there are in Florida. We know that there's a lot of them there. And go ahead and get those people as registered voters as soon as they're made American citizens, which would be a pretty big thing for them. Moving on from that, in September, the canvassing and follow-ups that we're already doing would really increase because we're nearing the registration deadline. So we'd increase that significantly. Also, grassroots campaigning would be a big part of that. Social media interaction would also increase, YouTube videos, Facebook, Twitter, and all those other things to help remind people that the registration deadline is coming up. And then that would go on through early October because that's when the registration deadline would occur. Also, through October and until the election, we would also follow up to help push people towards polls for the actual elections in November. And then by then, we would have reached our goal of 500,000 people registered in Florida.